this, yeah. Who is the immigrant? If we are living in the same land, sharing the same sun.
Welcome back to Impact on Pacifica Radio, KPFK 90.7 FM, where immigrants and Americans discuss America today. I'm Pamela Anchang, and now we welcome to Impact Talks Kate Rees Davies. She's an award-winning director with experience in narrative features, short film, music videos, and commercials. A directing graduate of UCLA, her love and enthusiasm of the craft of filmmaking is infectious. Kate also produces and writes her own projects along with features for independent filmmakers. She has several projects in various stages of development and pre-production and is currently exploring the world of VR to create content for the next generation. Kate has worked at the Weinstein Company on the Lexus short film program. She is a passionate advocate for women and diversity in the workplace along with safety for women on set. She serves on the board of NAMIC, SoCal, and Women in Media. Quite the resume I want to see, and we need Americans to know about how astute our women are. Welcome to the show.
So, hello, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, that was some great conversation, but now inquiring minds want to know about you, Kate. So, let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
What brought you to the United States in the first place?
So the film business, actually, I came here to follow my dream of becoming a filmmaker.
One would think that in the UK you do better. I've heard people say the United Kingdom makes better movies and they have a better industry.
We have a very small industry over there, and yes, we make wonderful films. We do very well in our period dramas, and we have some amazing actors. And our studios are wonderful. But, if you're going to do something, you have to go to Mecca. And Hollywood is the Mecca of filmmaking. So that's why I'm here.
That's amazing. So is it challenging being a female director in Hollywood?
I want to say no.
You want to?
Yes,
Why not?
I want to say no. It's not a challenge. And I came here as a very naive individual thinking that, I'm going to be ruling Hollywood after my first 2 years because that's how I roll. I'm somebody that gets stuff done.
You're a woman.
Yeah, I'm a woman and that's it. And then I came here and I was like, oops, there's a big gate that's locked that doesn't want women inside of it.
Really?
So, and I think that if you look at the Hollywood system over the last 100 years, it has done a lot of things in its power to kind of shut women out. The statistics are pretty poor. 4 to 5% of films that make it commercially are directed by women, which means that 96% of films are directed by males.
So how do you overcome that challenge?
Look, you have to be positive. That's the first thing. We're in a very, very interesting paradigm shift in the industry right now. Women have started opening their voices and speaking out about this. And the change is actually starting to happen. One lady in particular called Maria Geiss, she was integral to the ACLU looking into this kind of problem. And the EEOC started to investigate the studios and found out that, this was actually the case, that they weren't hiring to parity, and that women weren't getting opportunities that men were getting, and as a result of that, the studios are now starting to shift. But the funny thing is, because I'm a big proponent for diversity as well.
Yes.
So people of colour making movies and making content and telling their stories.
Yes.
America is a melting pot of immigrants. I mean, if you're not a Native American, you're an immigrant in this country.
Absolutely, you are.
And as we've discussed, immigrants come from all over the world to be here.
Yes.
So, we should celebrate those cultures in our filmmaking. And I think that we are starting to see more of those stories being told and being celebrated by the studios, like in the examples of Wonder Woman and Black Panther.
Yeah.
And, again, those are stories that have made...
Hey, If this is your first time visiting TIMTV channel, make sure hit the subscribe button here below and ring the notification bell so you will be notified when we post new content.
Those are stories that have made millions at the box office.
I just want to say, I mean, you're the right person for this question then. Is it just a bunch of white men just hijacking the industry?
Pretty
Because
much,
minorities complain,
Pretty
women
much.
complain, man, what are we going to do? So,
Well, we've started to break down the
That's-
walls of Jericho, and
That's
you
true.
know, look, here's the thing.
tell us.
I don't want to take that white man's job away. I don't. I'm
No, you
more
don't.
than happy
Yes.
for him to be doing his job
Yes.
and doing a great job.
Yes.
What I want is for me, a white woman, and all of the people of colour to have the same opportunities.
Absolutely.
The pie is big enough for
big
us
enough.
all. We are in a time today where we are creating the most content that has ever been created on this planet through, social media, through the new kids on the block, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Apple TV now. So these streaming platforms are hungry for content.
Creating opportunities
So they are creating
everybody.
the opportunities, and it's kind of like the script has been flipped. And so now the studios are starting to see the merits in
Absolutely.
that. And, they are kind of scrambling to try and get their hands on that
Yes.
content as well,
So-
which is a beautiful thing, you know.
So do you think women play a role or can play a role in being advocates for themselves? Because you are an organization, Women in Media. So what role does an organization like that play? Is it women partnering with women to do stuff together? What can we do as women to galvanize and support and get ourselves out there?
Yeah, so Women in Media is a group of women with people who work above the line, so they're producers, directors, writers, and then below the line, so everybody else, basically all of the crew positions. So we have a program right now where we're trying to get more women into the camera department, so that they can use those skills. We also have a lot of grips and gaffers, which again are traditionally male-driven jobs, but there are hundreds of grips and gaffers in this town who are female, but who aren't getting those opportunities.
So we need them to get those opportunities.
I feel it's very important as a female producer to aim for parity in my crew, and for all of my heads of department to be very, very aware of hiring to parity. And, as a producer myself, I will put somebody with less experience in a lower position so
Yes.
that they can learn
Absolutely.
on the job to get up to that high level, because if they're not giving the opportunities, then they're obviously never going to be able to learn and get there.
I know D'Angelo is kind of signaling, but last word, where do the men fit in? What should we do with it?
Well,
Tell them.
look, I want to be the man's friend. I'm
Yes.
not the enemy. I just want you to help us with this mission, because, you're in a position of power. So bring us along. We're a lot of fun, and you'll
Yes.
have a great production.
Absolutely. You heard it. Now, today we're not about bashing. We're just about getting everybody to get equal opportunity. Thank you so much, Kate. And hopefully you come back with better news for all
Yes,
women.
Absolutely.
And this is Impact with Pamela and Anchang on KPFK 90.7 FM. Thanks for watching today's video. For more TIMTV videos about immigrant lifestyles, click on the subscribe button here below and ring the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload new content. We upload new content every single week. See you next time on TIMTV.